Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field, say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hansen pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
After a crazy third game, we are down to our final two games of day one at the 5th Kent State Invite of the year. This matchup should be a good one. It's the Academy Wolves coming in at 29-1, taking on Force Ohio Mancuso coming in at 12-8-1. As you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel in partnership with the 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you today. As mentioned moments ago, game number 4 today. And my goodness, it has been a doozy of a day. Game 1, a walk-off winner from Joe Svets. That game seems like it was ages ago. Then game number 2, a pretty clear-cut 9-3 win for Release as they take down Stealth Select. Then the last game, the Geauga Knights out of nowhere upset one of the tournament favorites in NMC Karabic 11-9 to begin pool play. And then here we go. Game number 4 of the day for the Academy Wolves. This is a big one. You win here, you take on a, I would say, wounded Release team after a tough end to their game earlier on today. You could be in a great spot heading into Championship Sunday after just 2 good wins. But of course, what stands between them and that 2 really tough wins as this ball is sent fouled on the right field line at 3:37 as we are ready to go and once again are back to the action. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty proud of my time prediction for this game. I said anywhere from 3:35 to 3:40 we would start, and well, what do you know? Perfectly in that time range. It's like I've seen a number of these games before to know when we start. But an 0-2 count to begin on Jack Perkins, the leadoff hitter. And that pitch will miss low for ball 1 from Connor Zepp. He gets the nod today wearing number 5, 6'4", 175 in stature out of St. Ignatius High School. Now the 1-2. Perkins pops it over towards left field and just beyond the infield for a leadoff single. Exactly how Force wanted to begin this game, putting pressure immediately on the Wolves' defense. The right fielder just lofts it over everybody, and the leadoff man is aboard, setting up the shortstop, Matt Engelhard. Wearing number 1, the rising senior out of St. Vincent St. Mary High School, a 302 average, 17 RBIs, 3 doubles, 3 triples, and 15 stolen bases in 29 games for Ben Shepard in 2026 at St. Vincent St. Mary. He is one of the guys that has been with Coach Shepard since he took over the program in 2024. As well, later on, we will see another guy who is in that same exact boat in J.J. Pytash. But 2 of the key names to look at going forward, of course, you cannot forget about Will Tober. But those 3 really have been the anchor of Coach Shepard's project in Akron. And for those who have known me for a while, you know that I always like to talk up the job that he has done at St. V, just because it's so impressive. All that program went through before he took over, all the turmoil in 2023, they deserve a winner. And I'm glad they finally got it. Albeit at the expense of my alma mater on numerous occasions. Zepp sets for his 1-1, which will miss inside for ball 2. Once again, this Academy Wolves roster, Ignatius, Eds, Avon, Ridgeville. Those are your 4 high schools that are represented on this roster. Those 4 and those 4 alone. The 2-1 driven foul. And of course, some Mount Union representation in Chase Mayer, the head coach. Former lefty PO for the Purple Raiders. Count 2-2 on Engelhart with James Ozinga in the on-deck circle. One of the many names that we did not get to call out the last time we saw Force Ohio Mancuso back at the beginning of the season. A lot of guys still in season at that time, now with the team, helping them compete. The 2-2, it's strike 3 looking. And there is a pivotal first down for Connor Zepp.
it'll go a long way. You shut down one of the stronger hitters in this lineup. That can give you some momentum as Ozinga steps in. The catcher wearing number 4, the now graduate of Riverside Painesville High School, heading off to Messiah after the summer is over. A lefty catcher, kind of a common trend, at least batting-wise, but I do believe he is a righty arm-wise, which we have seen a lefty catcher, a true lefty-lefty, which he impressed, but it's not all that common. A 1 count on Ozinga. Zepp taking a good old pause before the pitch. And Ozinga will get jammed up. Fly ball sent into right field. And it will be caught for out number 2. I'll tell you what, that ball traveled a lot further than I thought it would. I don't think he got the best part of the barrel on it. If he would have barreled up that baseball, that would have probably hit off the fence. Still an out, nonetheless, as Mario Mancuso, the EH, will step in. Was a part of Brecksville's team that made it to the regional tournament, winning their district title for the first time since 2009. Of course, it did help that Brecksville had the now Duke Blue Devil Enzo DeCoco on the roster. But a really good team altogether at Brecksville. They have built it nicely over the past couple of seasons. Enzo now gone. It'll be a tough year next year. But they definitely have the pieces to potentially make it back as time is called. For the Wolves in the home half of the inning, it'll be Pesta, Hamker, and Zepp 1 through 3 due up. Force batting 11 in this game. The Wolves batting 9. Mancuso will foul off the 1-0. Setting the defense for the Academy Wolves, it is Zepp on the mound, pitching to Pesta behind the plate. Chappelle is at first with Hamker at second. Schmidt is at short with Carey at third. In left field, it's Fay. In center, it's Flesher. And Caraballo is in right. Mancuso, ground ball over towards short. Throw to first is in time. A nice play from Schmidt to end the inning. A leadoff single is the extent of Force's damage as Engelhard, Ozinga, and Mancuso go in order, strike out, fly out, and ground out. Middle of 1. Scoreless here in Kent.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Schoonover Stadium in Kent. Bottom of the first inning, no score, as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with the 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge. It'll be Pesta, Hamker, and Zepp 1 through 3 due up for the Academy Wolves as they look to strike in the home half of the inning. For Force Mancuso, it'll be Michael Reed, the now graduate of Brecksville, on the mound. Tops out at around 85, and we'll see how he fares today. The 0-1 fouled away. And talking to Coach Mancuso, he said there is no backup option. Don't know if it was more joking or serious, but I think it was serious that he does hope and expect Reed to go the distance. Which, if this one's close, they might need him to. Reed's 0-2, taken off the plate for ball 1. I will say, looking at the lineup card, if push came to shove, they do have Chase Bart, which I think that would be their likely next option. It just depends on how much they want to save him. The 1-2, lightly poked up the middle towards short. Engelhard, though, is going to boot it. It's an E6, putting Pesta on first to begin the home half of the inning. A tough beat there for Matt Engelhard. Just couldn't get it cleanly off the turf. And with a runner on, that'll bring up Zach Hamker. Hamker, the rising junior, hails from North Ridgeville High School, 5'9", 170 in stature. Again, you're going to hear him quite a bit today. Only a few schools represented on this roster, so get used to hearing the same ones. Ignatius, Eds, Avon, Ridgeville. Those are your 4. And now here is the courtesy runner on. It's what you would expect. Of course, the catcher typically does not run in summer baseball. The 1-0, a nice snag behind the plate. Ozinga knocks it down. Otherwise, that would have been an easy base for the Academy Wolves. And the Academy in question is the 3 Outs Academy. This is the travel team kind of changing the branding to the Academy Wolves, which I really do like the uniforms and do like the overall name and everything. The 2-0 fouled back. Call me nostalgic, call me whatever, but when I see the Wolves logo they use, I don't see that one. I see the old Timberwolves, which reminds me of 2010's Kevin Love. Crazy? Yes. Nostalgic? Also yes. The 2-1 taken towards right field and down. Back-to-back base hits, or at least back-to-back runners on. The first one more of a mistake. This one, good hitting from Hamker. So 2 on, none down. And now it turns to Connor Zepp, the pitcher. Maybe the best feeling as a pitcher is helping out your own case by giving yourself some run supports. Of course, you want some help from your teammates, but if you can do it yourself, you'll also take that. And this is his opportunity to shine. Reed's first pitch, taken for strike 1. Now, if the Academy Wolves can jump out ahead of Michael Reed early, it could be a Chase Bart kind of day. But it's very early, and Reed, he'll still have some time to settle into this game. And he has the tools to do so as well. The 0-1 also there for strike 2. So just like that, a lot more manageable for Michael Reed. After Zepp, it goes to Chappelle. Then after him, it'll go to Fletcher. 2-strike count on the pitcher, Zepp. And he'll take this one into left field, still going back. And it is going to be tracked down. A nice job by Pytash coming up with it for out number 1. Really to third, it's not going to be in time. So a nice job tagging up in the end by the lead runner, as he will now stand 90 feet away from opening up the scoring in this one. So now runners at the corners, 1 down. A productive out, though, nonetheless, for the Academy Wolves. Could have easily been doubled up. That's the key. You have to be careful with your base running. We saw that earlier on today with release. Did it hurt them on the scoreboard in the end? Not really. Could it have easily done so? Yes. And I'm kind of surprised it didn't. Of course, if that game would have kept going the way it looked like it was going to in that final inning, then yes, it would have. But you have to be strong on the bases. Runner goes here. That ball is to the backstop. A chance for the Wolves to score here, and they will. An uncontested runner takes home. It is the Academy Wolves striking first in the home half of the first inning. And that's where base running can become a big positive. So the pressure kind of off of James Chappelle, the first baseman here. The rising junior out of St. Ed's High School. After him, it turns to Flesher, and then from there, you just continue going down the order with guys who, the last time we saw this Academy Wolves team, stepped up time and time again. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Of course, defensively, that's where you talk about Flesher's big catch in center against release in the championship game back on July 5th. That of the Woodbat Memorial World Series in honor of Jacob Gehring. 1-1 count on the first baseman. Runner at second. One down. Swing and a miss again. Forest will have Zach Anderson, Zach Schobert, and Ryder Gabanier due up 5 through 7 in the top of the second inning. And already they'll have some work to do, down by 1. Reed will take his time before the 1-2. This time, skied. Could be playable, and it is going to not be. Kind of ran out of room. It appears Ozinga is okay. Completely saw that one out of play. Made sure there was nowhere else it could go. So we'll try the 1-2 once again. Just glad to see he is okay, as that one looked pretty awkward as he ran into one of the fences in front of the dugouts. We'll see how Reed operates here. Has thrown pretty much the same 2 pitches so far today. Might have to get creative to take care of the first baseman. The 1-2, a good hold. They will appeal it, and I think as expected, he didn't go. But as a catcher, as long as it's semi-close and you're not kind of being arrogant about it, check. There's no harm, no foul. You don't have 2 challenges per game with it. It's unlimited, essentially. Again, of course, if it becomes annoying, then you might not get your calls, but use it wisely. It'll help. The 2-2, taken for strike 3 looking. 2 down. A big response from Michael Reed as he will get his first strikeout of the game, bringing up Matt Flesher. Still a runner at second to try and drive in for the center fielder. This past season hit .266 with 12 RBIs, 4 doubles, and 1 home run in 22 games for North Ridgeville High School. And the first pitch he sees will miss inside for ball 1. Once again, 1 game coming up after this to close out the day. It'll be Premier Ohio Budzinski taking on NMC Bliss. That game's scheduled as of right now for 5:30. The 1-0, Flesher, ground ball over towards left field and through for a 2-out base hit. That'll keep the inning alive and put runners at the corners for the shortstop and Tommy Schmidt. A good opportunity this is still for some damage. That's the swing that he had to have there. Didn't do anything crazy, didn't try to kill the baseball. Just put the ball in play where the defense couldn't get it. Sneaks it through the infield, gets it to left field. And now he gives somebody else a chance to drive him in, or at least the lead runner. Schmidt, 6'2", 150, coming in as a rising junior out of St. Ignatius High School. First pitch he'll take high for ball 1. But a really good start for the Academy Wolves as they are looking to reach win number 21 in the season, as they are going towards that quarter-century mark. I think 25 is a fair number, especially given the amount of tournaments and games they've already played. If you can go kind of in and around 25 and 15, that's your golden zone, in my opinion. Right now, 29 and 1. You win 5 more games, I would say you're pretty happy across the next 2 tournaments. I think you want more, actually. I think just kind of based on the tournaments, maybe average 3 to 4 wins a tournament, you're thinking maybe you can get up to 30. But still impressive nonetheless that they have done this much winning. The 2-0 is high for ball 3. After Schmidt, it goes to Phoenix Caraballo. From one Ignatian to another. But Forrest needs to figure things out quickly. The 3-0, it is there for strike 1. So 1 step in the right direction for Michael Reed. 1 strikeout today, but again, his team is going to have to step up a few more times today to get back into this action. Easier said than done. Runner goes, and it won't matter. It's ball 4. That's one of those where if you steal and it is a strike, oh well, you're probably still there. But in the end, you get the base for free. Base is loaded, 2 down. Caraballo, the right fielder, steps in. One swing at the bat can really give the Wolves a big leg up heading into the second inning. Bases loaded, 2 down. Home half of the first inning. But he will come out swinging and missing. After Caraballo, it would go to Faith and Carey. Caraballo is the 7th batter of the inning for the Wolves. But still, a pretty important job to do. The 0-1 this time fouls it off of Ozinga's mask. And I think Forrest will take a second to make sure their catcher's okay, which he appears to be. Worst comes to worst, the Wolves still up by 1 entering the second. And they'll take that as a big win going forward. The 0-2, it's off the plate. Good patience here from Caraballo. Just waiting for his pitch, and he really doesn't need to do anything too crazy with it. Base hit scores a run, if not 2. The 1-2, high and in. Not a bad spot. Right around that corner, just couldn't connect. And the battle continues. Really a big inning for the Academy Wolves in regard to taking him out of the game, as his pitch count has to be running quite high. The 2-2, it's a no-doubt third strike, and the side is retired. Second strikeout of the day for Michael Reed, as he will get out of the inning, only allowing the 1 run. To the second we go. It's the Academy Wolves on top, 1-0 through 1 at the Kent State Invites.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
To the top of the second inning we go. Our penultimate game of the day, 1-0. It is the Academy Wolves on top as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. For Force this inning, it'll be Zach Anderson, Zach Schobert, and Ryder Gabanier. 5, 6, and 7 due up. Anderson underneath this one, skies it out towards left field. Shallowly hit, as this one will be caught for out number 1 by Fay. A routine play to begin the inning. So far, so good for Connor Zepp and the Wolves defense. If they can keep this one relatively low scoring, it does favor them, especially if this defense continues to play the way it is so far. As now it turns to Zach Schober, the rising senior out of Twinsburg High School. A two-sport athlete for the Tigers, plays running back and middle linebacker in football. So Friday Night Lights coming up relatively soon for him. Basically, you have the next week and a half with travel baseball, and then August 1st hits, and you are doing 2-a-days. Life comes at you quick. Zepp's 0-2, swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 down. Connor Zepp up to 2 strikeouts on the day. That'll be his first one swinging. And with 2 away, it turns to Ryder Gabanyer. The last time we saw this team, Gabanyer was not active as the rising senior was with Walsh Jesuits, making a state tournament playoff push. In the end, did not win the big dance, but still had a good time making it quite far in the tournament. A Final Four bid is never anything to scoff at, especially back-to-back seasons for Walsh Jesuits. And you look at how that season started as well. They weren't really expected to do anything because they were around 500 when the playoffs came. They won some big games. They figured it out, and in the regional championship went up against Shaker opposed to Lakewood. Now, if they played Lakewood, could that game have ended differently? It probably would have. The 2-1 Gabanyer, a good drive, deep to left field, still going back, and that ball is well gone. A no-doubter for Ryder Gabanyer, and that'll tie it up at 1 apiece. He heard state tournament talk. He's fired up. What a swing for Gabanyer, and his team is going to come out to greet him immediately. Well, that's how you change the game a little bit. Bases cleared, 2 down. Second solo shot of the day. First one in this matchup. What a swing. Looked effortless almost. Just kind of glided it over the entire outfield, and with it, clearing the 385 fence out in left field, listing out all the MAC tournament championships Kent State have won over the years. But again, to finish the point, is I think Ryder Gabanyer did not like the conversation about Walsh versus Lakewood. Could have been a completely different game, and I think pitching-wise, you'd have had to do a lot different. Because you look at that matchup, not to downplay what Shaker did, you had Casey Robinson as your ace. That was your guy, and that's pretty much what you had at the top of your pitching rotation. Lakewood had 3 guys that could have been number 1s elsewhere. But Walsh, fair play to them, didn't start the season well. They finished it quite impressively. And their guys have taken that momentum into the summer. And with swings like that, they're still doing their thing and could easily compete again next year for a state championship. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Of course, we'll have to wait until all the realignment is done to see where everybody's going to be before we make statements like that. But still, I think they'll be competing. Zepp's 2-2, swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 2 strikeouts this inning for Connor Zepp, gets him out of the inning. But there is one elephant in the room to address, and that is the solo shot from Ryder Gabanyer, a no-doubter over the left field wall. Middle of 2 in Kent. 1-1 your score, all tied up here on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Tie ball game as we enter the home half of the second inning. 1-1 your score. A solo shot from Ryder Gabanyer enough to tie it up in the top of the inning. As you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on SmeeSports, in partnership with the 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge. Our second to last game of the day once again coming up as some of their players are making their way here. Premier Ohio Budzinski takes on NMC Bliss. As for NMC as an organization, they want a get-back game after the game earlier on today, which saw the Geauga Knights, out of nowhere, knock off the impressive NMC Karavik team. As of right now, that is, in my opinion, the upset of the summer in the 965 circuit. Nobody expected that game to go the way it did. A 15-win discrepancy between the teams, impressive all the way around. Fly ball sent out towards left field as this one is easily caught by Pytash for out number 1. For Pytash, that'll be his second put out of the game. The first came against Zepp back in the first inning. So 1 up, 1 down as the number 9 hitter Liam Carey steps in. An inspired pitching performance the last time we saw him against the B2 Bulls. And in the end, that game went to extra innings, just like the championship did. One game went their way, one didn't. But Liam Carey, plenty of enthusiasm about him. And that makes him a fun player to watch no matter if he's hitting or pitching. And I do believe he will be on the mound tomorrow at Akron. That is at least according to his social medias. So I assume it's semi-accurate. The 1-1 Carey takes for ball 2. The rising junior, 6'1", 160, out of St. Ignatius High School. The 2-1, Carey fouls it away. Pesta in the on-deck circle brings us back to the top. Reed looking to take care of Carey here. The 2-2 breaks but misses. Pretty good placement from Michael Reed, just not good enough in the end. But I'll give him credit. A rough first inning has looked a lot better in the second. And here is the payoff pitch. Fly ball sent into right field. And this one is going to get down for extra bases. Carey will take the turn. He will go to second. And he is thinking 3. There is going to be no relay as he walks into third. What a swing from Liam Carey. With one swing of the bat, the Wolves now 90 feet away from taking back the lead. We'll watch it back on the replay. That should be scored a triple, as I don't think it was touched in the air. We'll see. It was not. Perkins just overran it in the end, and Liam Carey's speed gets him from what would have been a routine single to a not-so-routine and athletic triple. So now Pesta steps in, taking strike 1, but a chance to bring Liam Carey home. But that's what he brings to the table, that kind of hustle. You can't teach that kind of determination. The 0-1, Pesta takes strike 2. To be fair, the 1 run allowed in the first inning, that is on Reed's conscious, was on an error from the shortstop. That was the run that came around to score. The 0-2, this time it's going to be on him as he sails it to the backstop. Just couldn't get enough on the break as it sails well wide. Carey scores with ease. And it's the Academy Wolves back on top. It happens, it really does. It's tough. Just didn't get the right grip. This is where, as a pitcher, you have to have a short-term memory. Did that pitch go the way you wanted it to? No. But so you're still in a spot to get a strikeout. Instead, this ball is flown into left center field, where it is caught for out number 2. A nice job tracking it down by Zach Anderson. But same point. You're one pitch away from getting an out. You take that positive. And now the bases are cleared, 2 down. The run is still on the board, yes, but there's nobody behind you to worry about. Your only target is Hamker, the second baseman. He singled his first time up. Flip the script and get him out here to end the inning. That should be his focus. And that first pitch, he'll loft foul. In the third for Force, it'll be Pytash, Mordock, and Boykin, 9, 10, and 11. Bottom 3 coming up in the third to take on Connor Zepp and this defense. The 0-1, lunged away foul. Maybe not one that Hamker should have swung at, but still did enough to make contact. Still 0-2 the count with Zepp the pitcher in the on-deck circle. Reed looks to get out of the inning Hamker takes it over towards short. Throw over to first is going to zip away from the first baseman. Cooch couldn't bring it in on the throw from Engelhard, and that'll give second base to Hamker. Second error of the game on the shortstop. And that'll put a runner in scoring position 2 away for Zepp. And once again, an opportunity to be his own run support. One of the best feelings in all of baseball as a pitcher. You're already up, a chance to extend your lead a little bit. It's a great opportunity and a great spot to do it in, too. Can Michael Reed, errors in mind, get out of this inning? Need just a little bit of help from his defense as Zepp will play this one over towards second. Nicely snagged. Throw to first is going to skip away again. This one will bring in a run, and the scenario will reset this time. 3-1 your score. Just, it skipped in the wrong way, and Cooch couldn't grab it. Well, watch it back on the replay just to see exactly what happened. As it was just a difficult ranging play for the second baseman, Gabanier, to make. You could tell he was just shaded completely off towards second. He had to be to even have a chance on that one. Doesn't make it any easier. And now it turns to Chappelle as he will swing and miss. It's the little mistakes that compound as the day goes on. Count 0-1 on the first baseman, the Flesher in the on-deck circle. This one is popped up over towards right field, and it is going to be caught to end the inning. A nice catch by Perkins as that'll take care of the first baseman, but the damage has been done. The Academy Wolves played 2 more after the game was tied up in the top of the inning. They will take this 3-1 lead into the third inning.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It's the Academy Wolves on top 3-1 as we enter the top of the third inning. For Force, it'll be J.J. Pytash, Weston Mordock, and Ian Boykin. Bottom 3 due up as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on SmeeSports. First pitch of the inning from Zepp is there for strike 1. So far across 2 innings of work, 3 strikeouts. And Coach getting risky with it, running across the play behind the backstop almost. In the end, a simple strike, but he played with fire a little bit there. Now the 0-2 is off the plate for ball 1. Of course, played baseball for quite a long time. The more you play the sport and the longer you played, the kind of unfazed you are when things like that happen. Fly ball, though, from Pytash, sent deep to right field. This one is going to one-hop the wall and drop at the fence. It's extra bases for the leadoff man, J.J. Pytash. Exactly what the doctor ordered, a leadoff double for Force. And that's the power that J.J. Pytash brings to the table. Two-strike approach, drives it the other way to right field, and gets a little bit more than he initially bargained for with it. A really good swing this past season, of course. A good campaign, hitting .344 for St. Vincent St. Mary. And you can tell that he has brought that same exact ability here to Force. And he'll have a big senior season coming up as that group looks to put the pieces together in Division III. A really tough Division III to make a potential Final Four push. And as I've said with Walsh, I wouldn't be surprised. Same thing with St. Vincent St. Mary. If they find their way to a Final Four in Division III, albeit it'll take quite a lot to make it happen. And that's nothing against them. It's just how good Division III is in Northeast Ohio. And even how good it is down in Cincinnati. You look at the state championship, it was a battle of Cincinnati and Hamilton-Baden and Columbus and Bishop Watterson. 2-0 count on Mordock, the DH. Looking to move Pytash along. That time he'll take it for strike one. A good break from Zeps, trying to get back into the rhythm. Still has plenty of work to do. The leadoff man currently sits at second. That is kind of hanging over him right now. Zeps 2-1. Mordock flies this one into right field. And it's going to be dropped just out of his glove in right. Mordock will go for second. That'll bring in Pytash from second. Mordock now going for third. And he will be held up there. One little move changes this game now 3-2. And Forest is within 90 feet of tying this game up at 3. It just might be one of those days offensively where the bounces go your way. This one will be an E9 right off the glove. And now it's a chance for Ian Boykin to step in. Was the Gilmore Varsity Silver Slugger Award winner this past season for the Lancers. Batted .412 with 11 RBIs and 17 stolen bases. A really good campaign for Boykin as he'll foul off the 0-1. After him, we go back to the top of the order with Jack Perkins. 3-2, top of the third inning. The Academy Wolves looking to hang on to their one-run lead. Easier said than done against this team. This is going to be a back-and-forth game, and this is why we had this game circled heading in. You could just feel it was going to be back and forth, considering how evenly matched these teams are. The 1-2, Boykin stands in and takes a really good pitch. It'll be a big league take as they'll call it a ball. 2-2 the counts. And again, Boykin will foul it away. So a really good battle here from Boykin. Just trying to find a way to bring in Weston Mordock from third. Once more the 2-2. Boykin on a one-hop plays this one over towards second. Throw to first is in time for out number one as Mordock stays put at third. So a good out for this Wolves defense. You do not allow an extra base to the runner at third. And you're one out closer to getting out of this inning with your lead intact. But now it turns to the top of the order and Jack Perkins. He singled back on the top of the first inning to begin the game. And he'll look to do it again here to tie up the game at 3. Perkins under it, but fouls it away. In the end, that one lands even behind the main stand. Again, one more game after this, and players from both teams are making their way here to Schoonover Stadium. The 0-1, swing and a miss. As of right now, scheduled for around 5:30. That'll be NMC Bliss taking on Premier Ohio Budzinski. That'll be our nightcap here in Kent. The 0-2, Perkins, a line drive, hit to right field. This one will be caught for out number 2. Murdoch's going to tag up, and he is going to score. It's a sacrifice fly for Jack Perkins, and that'll tie up the game at 3. And the cat and mouse matchup continues. One team just has the advantage. In this case, it's the Wolves, and Forest Ohio just continues playing catch-up. With the bases cleared, it turns to Matt Engelhardt, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout looking. And he'll take a strike to begin this at-bat. For the Wolves, it'll be Matt Flesher leading off in the home half of the 3rd, followed by Schmidt and Caraballo. 5 through 7 due up as Engelhardt gets underneath this one, flying it into right center field. Plenty of carry behind it. And it's going to drop in between right and center. Perfectly in between them. Engelhardt is off for 3rd, and he is going to stop there. Another good swing. Caraballo and Flesher just weren't on the same page. That's one that you have to make sure you know who's going for it. And again, because nobody touches it, it's a triple. Should it be? No. But nobody touched it. Technically, by the rules of the game, it's a 2-out triple for Matt Engelhardt. And once again, he proves why you always hustle it out. And that pitch will be taken for strike 1. A lot of first pitch strikes. Most of them taken as it's James Ozinga stepping in. That was the big issue going back a few months, or at this point, just over a month for that game against the Wow Factor. They weren't aggressive enough early. Here, they've scored 3, albeit a few of them coming from mistakes. Which that has been the common theme. The 1-1 flown foul. I mean, on Force's end, you forced a couple of mistakes. Of course, a couple of the errors won't be necessarily listed as errors. And on their defensive end, they have, I believe, 3. The 1-2, wave and a miss. This side is retired. Zepp will get his 4th strikeout of the day, and that'll take care of Force's offense for the time being. But the visitors still strike back. They plate 2, tying this one up at 3 in the middle of the 3rd in Kent.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It's the center fielder, Matt Flesher, leading off for the Wolves in the home half of the 3rd inning. 3-3 your score, bottom of 3. It's 3s all the way around in, unfortunately, our 4th game of the day at Schoonover Stadium. Who knows, still a chance for 4s all the way around next inning. We'll see if it happens. Reed's first pitch of the frame, just going to miss. Not a bad spot on Flesher, but still a ball nonetheless. The center fielder 1 for 1 today with a base hit to left field his first time up. Reed's 1-0. Again, Flesher takes it off towards the left side. Picked up at short. Throw to one. Just in time. What a play from the shortstop. One up, one down on a massive play. I mean, how in the world did he make that happen? That's Gabe Cooch now at short for Force. They made a couple of changes, and it looks like that one, a big, big change. I mean, he one-hop Derek Jetered it. Not easy to do, believe me. I've tried it before. I've looked like a fool trying it. That's an impressive play. All the credit to him as there is ball one. It's one of those plays growing up you dream of making. You do the hop, you do everything. It just doesn't ever turn out. That time it did. And now it's Tommy Schmidt stepping in to face Reed as he'll foul that one away. You could almost hear the ESPN top 10 from here. But is this the inning that finally changes how this game goes? Will we see a half inning without scoring that then takes us to the fourth and gives Force a chance to get back in it? We could. Just depends on how well the Wolves are conditioned for a spot like this. We've seen them compete down before, so if they do go down, it's not the worst thing in the world. They can make their way back into this game. But if Force Mancuso takes this lead, for them, they'll have all the confidence in the world. And as they should. As well, among the changes, Gabanier is now at first. I think the infield was just simply shuffled, and the changes were the right calls. Count 2-2 on the shortstop, Schmidt, as time is called. In the on-deck circle after him, it goes to Caraballo. Bottom 3, 2-2 count, one down, 3-3 ball game. The 2-2 will skip on in. Full count 3-2. Schmidt so far today, a walk to his name, potentially looking for a second. Instead, he will swing and miss. It's 2 up, 2 down. Michael Reed up to 3 strikeouts on the day. And if he is truly attempting to go to distance, those are going to be helpful. But same with the 1 pitch, 1 outs. Those will be just as helpful, if not more helpful. Just curious. I'm going to check his pitch count. Usually don't do it this early, but okay. 56. Nope, 57. It did the stupid thing again on Game Changer, as there is strike one. That's pitch 58. I have a very much love-hate relationship with Game Changer. Whenever they add the actual pitch to the pitch count, it always changes. Why can't it just be uniform? Or a way to check it no matter when in the game. Last saved pitcher shows their pitch count. That's my 2 cents on Game Changer for today, as once again it fooled me. But still, right around 60 pitches, not terrible. The 1-1 in there for strike 2. It'll be Mancuso, Anderson, and Schobert. 4 through 6 coming up for Force in the top of the 4th inning. Count 1-2. Reed looking to put an end to this inning and get a 1-2-3 frame under his belts. But he'll have to wait. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Reed, once again, will try it. This time, he'll get the swing and miss, and it's a 1-2-3 inning with back-to-back strikeouts to cap it off. 4 on the day for Michael Reed, and that'll help out Force as they look to gain some momentum entering the 4th, all knotted up 3 apiece in Kent.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
All tied up 3 apiece through 3 as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with the 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge. It'll be Mancuso, Anderson, and Schobert. 4 through 6 do it for Force. A good defensive stand, taking care of the Wolves in order. And now they look to change that defensive power into offensive power to take their first lead of the day. The 1-0, wow, underneath at a high pop-up over towards right field. Playable at second base, but it's going to get down to the sun. And off to second base is Mancuso. And that is exactly what he wanted, but nearly got caught out going back. So another ball just lost in the sky. And the leadoff man is aboard, and then some for Force. Do we dare say the line where it didn't touch anybody? So on a technicality, it would technically be a double. Again, I don't like that rule in baseball. It's true. Mancuso will take it. The leadoff man, he's on. He's at second. That's what matters. And now it turns to Zach Anderson, the center fielder. A big spot right here for him. Trying to give Force the lead in the 4th. He's on it, fouling that one back. Batted .310 with 15 RBIs, 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 1 home run in 32 games this past season for CVCA. Was a part of that team that make it to the Final Four. A really good run for CVCA. One of 2 teams out of the North Coast Conference in Division III to make it to the Final Four. Of course, the other one being Padua Franciscan. Both teams lost in CVCA's case to Watterson, and in Padua's case to Baden. The 1-1 breaks in, and Anderson will make him pay. A deep shot to center field. But Flesher is there to make the grab for out number 1. And that'll see Mancuso tag up to 3rd. A really good swing there. Had everything played out perfectly, but just couldn't get it past Flesher in center. And now it turns to Schobert. But still a chance for Force. Play their cards right. They can take a lead. They just need a base hit to make it happen as the infield is somewhat in. Which I think that is the right call right here for the Wolves. If it's a playable one on the infield, you send it home and you try and get the out there. Try to keep it tight as long as you can before the offense comes back out to try and give you the lead once again. Most times this team can come back when down, but I feel like this is one of those games, especially against a gritty group like Force Mancuso, that it might be a tough task. The 0-2, it'll be ran way inside on Schobert. And that'll put runners at the corners for Ryder Gabanier, who already has hit a home run today. It was a nice swing back in the second inning, gliding it over the left field wall. And out there and left, there are some players for NMC getting warm, ready for their game. Might be able to see him over here. Yeah, you can. At the top of the fence, there you go. An NMC player in the wilderness. Getting ready to go for their game against Premier Budzinski at 5:30. But what can Gabanier do? First pitch high and out, and this might be where the Wolves decide to pitch around him. Do you intentionally walk? Absolutely not. Do you give him anything good? Same exact answer. You don't give him anything good. The 1-0 breaks it inside, and it'll hit the inside edge for strike 1. But if you can compete well, then all power to Zepp to make it happen. But if he thinks you'll lose one or hang one over the plate, you have to be more careful. Now time is called. But I do like him being a little bit risky. You don't want him to completely shut down and say, you know what, I'm not pitching to this guy. Let him compete. Let him see what he can do. But you cannot give up another home run. Gabanyer underneath it. This time, though, skies it just to the edge of the infield. As it'll be caught at short. They're going to send this one home just to be safe. And now it's going to skip away. So that lob home could have been catastrophic. In the end, it just is a routine pop-out for out number 2. I mean, nobody was covering home. I think Zepp could have made it home quick enough if they did decide to send the runner home. But I don't think that's a spot you want to find out if he did do his job right. Maybe ask him, hey, would you have? He'll probably say yes, but I don't think in game you want to find out the answer, especially if that answer is no. Now a chance for Cooch, with runners at the corners, to try and give Force the lead. As for the Academy Wolves, if they can make their way out of this inning without allowing a run, that would be huge for them. Allow that pseudo-double on the miscommunication to begin the inning. But if it remains 3-3, that is a big defensive statement. Zepp, he'll lob this one back to first. Nothing crazy behind it. He understands that one wrong throw, and all of a sudden the tie is gone, and with it, Force will be in the lead. Have to be careful, and you have to attack the batter. And that's how you get it done. 0-1 the count. Cooch this past season for Aurora hit .383 with 29 RBIs, 8 doubles, 1 home run, and 9 stolen bases. A really good campaign for the Green Men. Zepp's 0-1. Again, goes towards the outside, can't get it to connect. In the bottom of the inning, it'll be Fay, Carey, and Pesta. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Academy Wolves. Now the 1-1, perfectly in there. A really good breaking ball from Connor Zepp. And he'll try to keep it up on this 1-2 pitch. Just one strike away from getting out of this inning. And what a huge achievement that would be for this group. Runner goes, line drive into left field, and it's going to be caught in left. What a play, showing his hops to retire the side. Fay keeps this 1-3-3. Well, watch it back on the replay. I mean, he had to get up just a little bit for it. Could he have stayed on his feet? Maybe. He played it safe, and that was, in this case, the right call. Well, watch this one back on the replay. Yeah, he had to get up for it. If he would have stayed on his feet, that would have been well over his head. An excellent catch out in left. Middle of 4. Score remains 3-3.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
From a big catch in left to leading off the bottom of the fourth inning, life comes at Owen Faye fast, as it'll be 8-9-1 for the Academy Wolves, tied 3-3 with Force Ohio Mancuso. This has been one heck of a battle so far, a back-and-forth affair. The home run does reside with Force, but other than that, the Wolves have taken advantage of some pretty costly mistakes today. And to be fair, they have made some costly ones themselves. And as of right now, as most things are, it's balanced. 2-0 count on the left fielder who flew out to left his first time up. Reed looking for his first strike of the inning, and the search is over. Again, if there's nobody behind him to come out of the bullpen, he will have to continue pitching like this and maybe with quicker efficiency to go the distance. That'll also help count now 2-2, and we saw it in game number 1. You had Stevens go, 122 pitches? It was incredible. In the end, though, did not get the win. That was, of course, the big kicker. The 2-2 runs it well inside as it skips in. Full count 3-2. Faye, the rising junior out of St. Ed's High School. Again, Eds Ignatius, Avon Ridgeville. Those are the 4 teams/schools that make up the Academy Wolves. The payoff pitch just off the plate for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for the left fielder. And now another chance here for Liam Carey. Technically a triple his first time up. One that just was out of the reach of the right fielder. You could say he overplayed it. You could say a number of things, but the easiest and I would say the most accurate is triple. And he hustled it out completely. Now if Perkins would have let that one drop into him on a one hop and he would have played it in, it would have been one base for Carey. In the end, didn't, and with it, Liam took full advantage. The 0-1, Carey again will take. Got now 1-1. But I'm excited to see what he can do as St. Ignatius. I think he can be a really good ball player for them, whether it be this coming season or the following year. The 1-1 well in. It just depends on when he gets his opportunity and if he takes it. Ignatius, a lot of kids play there. So many teams, 5 teams there. You have to make your opportunities count to be noticed. I still can't get over that fact. 5 teams? Essentially, you have 45 different guys that you trust in the starting lineup, including DHs. You add on pitchers, you have even more. The 2-1 taken for a strike. And then, of course, you have some programs that are varsity only. Some big discrepancies just depending on where you are. And I mean, most teams nowadays just have varsity and JV. Count 2-2 on Carey. He'll take this one over towards right field. He plays it through. A walk and then a single. A strong start to the inning for the Academy Wolves. Carey now 2 for 2 on the day, and as we like to keep track, he is a double and a home run away from the cycle. Don't count him out yet. But we will go to the top of the order. It's Pesta once again. Reached on an error his first time up, followed by a fly out to center his second time around. Can the Academy Wolves regain their lead in the home half of the 4th? Bunt shown, bunt down into no man's land. Throw to first, not going to happen. Talk about a perfect bunt. The bases are loaded. You go back to how they scored against the B2 Bulls a week and a half ago. It was the same exact thing. The bunt just caught everybody off guard. And now a chance for Hamker to really make this one interesting. Still none down this inning. Keep that in mind. Walk single, bunt single. That's how this inning begins. And a big opportunity for the Academy Wolves to show what they can do. And a spot for Michael Reed to show what he's made of on the mound. Hamker, fly ball sent into right center field. This one will be caught in right center for out number 1. The relay home will not be in time. It's a sac fly for Hamker. And just like that, the Academy Wolves have regained their lead It was a good relay attempt from Anderson, but not strong enough in the end. The Wolves needed something like that. They'll keep 2 on with 1 down, and a 1-run lead to show for it. And you can really feel that was Force's chance in the top of the inning. You score there, I feel like this is a completely different game, and you have a lot more confidence going forward. Instead, you're playing from behind once again as Connor Zepp steps in. This Force team, they can play from behind. Throw down to second. Did they get him? Yes. But a run will score. So that's your trade-off. You get the outs. The base is clear. But now it's 5-3. Interesting they went for the outs. You now have a 2-run gap if you're the Academy Wolves. I don't get that one for Force. I don't. It could work out in the end. It definitely could. But I feel like it's just such a close game that 1 run can really matter. Now, I get, of course, that run could have easily scored another way. It's a tough call. And a lot of that does come down to the catching, which Ozinga, to his credit, got the out. You had to get the out somewhere, and he did. Ground ball played over towards second. Throw to 1 is on the money, and the inning is over. But the Academy Wolves will retake their lead, and they will hold on to it. Entering the 5th inning, 2-run score, 1 on a sac fly from Hamker. The other, a runner takes home as Ozinga throws through to second. To the 5th we go, 5-3. It's the Wolves on top of Force.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
"5-3, the Wolves on top as we enter the top of the 5th inning. Force, they have some work to do. 9 outs to play with across 3 innings. It's nearly go time for them as Pytash will foul this one back. It's J.J. Pytash, Weston Mordock, and Ian Boykin. Bottom 3 drew up this inning for Force as they have plenty of work to do. The 0-1 fouled away again this time. A lot stronger from Pytash. Coming up after this, it is our final game of the day. NMC Bliss takes on Premier Ohio Bazinski. And that'll wrap up day 1 of the Kent State invites. The 0-2, Pytash this time straightens it out into right field, but directly to the right fielder. A nice catch for out number 1. A relatively routine play out and right directly to him. But it's a step in the right direction for the Academy Wolves. If they're playing the magic number game, they are 8 outs away from walking out of here with this win. So now it turns to Mordock, the DH. And he'll fly this one foul. Premier Bazinski, who we are going to see in the next game. They've already played today. They lost 12-4 to the Cleveland Baseball Federation Zada team. That team, for the most part, formerly the Cleveland Whitecaps. And we'll check on the Stark Raiders if they were able to beat the CBF in the second game of the day for them. This one is pieced over towards first base and just past. It'll be a one-out base hit for Weston Moordock. That'll be the second time that he reaches safely today. This time a lot more convincing than the first as the next swing down the right field line. And that'll bring up the tying run and Ian Boykin as well. The second game today for the Raiders ended in a 6-6 tie with the Cleveland Baseball Federation. That's brutal. It really is. You get walked off in game one, you tie game two, just so close to 2 wins. You're 3 runs away from it, essentially. In the end, just couldn't get it done. Of course, they played well in the game that we saw with them. The 1-0 perfectly in there from Zepp. And I do think Connor Zepp has the full trust of his coaching staff to stay in, potentially for the entire game. I'd be surprised to see him come out early. The 1-1 is off the plate. But it also depends on how this one goes. If you start to see a lot of good swings from Force and a lot of runs scored, then of course you make that change. But as long as it stays semi-pedestrian, you're fine with number 5 finishing it out. The 2-1 line drive into right field. It drops. Back-to-back base hits for Force. The tying run will now stand at first. And the go-ahead run represented by Jack Perkins will step in for the third time. 2 productive at-bats so far in this game. A single his first time up and a sac fly his second. But this is where the game can become interesting once again and the cat and mouse dynamic returns. Force has played from behind for pretty much the entire day. They've tied it a few times, but otherwise they have been behind. It does appear that it'll be Caraballo going out to the pen, or at least going out there to warm somebody up. And that is the case as he is bringing a catcher's helmet and mitt with him. But there is officially some action in the bullpen for the Academy Wolves. And time is called, and I think that'll be to establish the action, as whoever it is down there is going to a stretching. And there's your shot of the bullpen. There is somebody stretching arms out there, getting ready to go. And we'll see how quick Coach Mayer wants him to get ready. But I think for now, barring any extra crazy hits, Zepp does stay in. Pitching is just so important in these tournaments. You don't want to use too much of it early. And again, we go back to the first broadcast today. We talked about it so much as both teams told me the same thing. We're good. We just don't have enough pitching. More pitching, and it's a completely different story in tournament play. And that's why some high schools, when you only have 2 guys that pitch every single week in conference play, are so successful with only a 1 and 2 option. It's because that's all you need. Zepp, though, back to work. Bunt shown. This bunt is going to get down, and it is going to roll foul. A bold decision to let it roll, but the right one for Carey. I mean, if that ball stays fair, that is a bad beat. You'd load the bases just like that. I mean, that was an incredible attempt from Jack Perkins. But he'll go down in the count 0-2 with Matt Engelhardt in the on-deck circle. And he wants his opportunity. And now time called as Perkins will reset. And officially the stretching has turned into throwing in the bullpen, as expected for the Academy Wolves. The 0-2 just off the plate. Not a bad spot from Zepp, but definitely off. 2 on, 1 down, top of the 5th inning. Force looking to make their way back into this game. Now Zepp's 1-2. Ground ball pulls over towards second. The flip to 2 is in time, and the return to 1 won't happen. So they will split up the runners with the fielder's choice. Put him at the corners. 2 down for Matt Engelhard. This is his moment. If you can at least score 1, you're feeling a little bit better. But you have to look at it. You only have a few outs to play with, as it looks like we will have a change. It'll be Anello coming in. And the first pitch he sees, he'll take for strike 1. A couple of changes have been made so far today. Not too many for Force, but still a few have been made, and there's still more work to do. The 0-1 fouled on back. Now 0-2. In the bottom of the inning, it'll turn over to Chappelle, Fletcher, and Schmidt. 4 through 6, barring any changes. Can the Wolves keep this one where it's at? 5-3. The 0-2, runner goes. Throw down to second. It's going to go into center field. That'll bring in 1. And now the tying run is 90 feet away. So a big call there to throw through. It doesn't pay off. Count 1 and 2. And now an even bigger opportunity for Anello. A base hit ties this one up at 5. And the drama from there would just continue. Zepp's 1-2, well inside. So back-to-back games bringing lots of drama. That's the beauty of travel baseball. Here's the 2-2. Again, fouled away. Time now, 4:56. Our final game scheduled for 5:30, most likely starting at around 5:45. The 2-2 will miss low. Full count now, 3-2. After Anello, it goes to Ozingo, then Mancuso. Payoff pitch, ground ball over towards the left side and through into left field. And just like that, we're tied at 5. Another strong rally from Force, Ohio. They make it happen again. Well, watch it back. Just sneaks it through the infield. Just like so many have happened today. That has been the most common base hit, just sneaking it through. Not crushing the baseball, not doing anything crazy, just knowing where to put the ball. Perfect seeing eye single execution. And now it turns to Ozinga. Can he continue this inning? First pitch from Zepp will fall in for strike 1. But essentially, it's a new game once again. And it appears whoever the next pitcher is for the Academy Wolves is ready to go. The 0-1, not a bad spot, just not going to get the decision. Now the 1-1, and again it's wide, and Zepp will slip on the mound. Not the first pitcher to slip today. We saw that earlier on. That surface isn't necessarily the cleanest, as we're going to zoom in on it again. Plenty of wear and tear, and I feel like it's more visible now than it was earlier. But that carpet not necessarily the easiest to land on and stay upright. He'll have to be careful. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Count now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Does Force have another trick up their sleeve in the 5th inning? Or will we head to the home half of the frame? Runner goes on the 2-2, pitches high, throw down to second. Not in time. A good attempted tag, but not strong enough and not quick enough. Full count, 3-2. A base hit would probably give Force the lead here. A lead they have been searching for quite a while. The payoff pitch, it is fouled back, so we will do it again. And as well, for those wondering about the time limit, we have about 30 to 35 minutes. We should have enough to play all 7, but we might not. It just depends on how quick the next inning and a half go. Once again, the payoff pitch, and again, it's the same exact result, fouled away. An excellent battle here from the lefty Ozinga. Once more the payoff pitch. This one flown into left field. And you guessed it, we're going to do it again. How many times has this happened today? It's a great battle, don't get me wrong. It just happens so often. Foul ball after foul ball, and it just continues. There always is a breaking point. You just have to know how to find it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Once again, the payoff pitch. This one is playable. It is into right field and down for a base hit. The lead runner will be sent home. Force looking for the lead, but they will have to wait. They get him at home. What a relay from right field to keep it 5-5. We're going to watch it back on the replay. It was close, but in my opinion, not close enough, as it was a clear out from right. An excellent response. The Wolves, plenty of adversity. Still plenty of work to do, but they will take that as a bit of momentum entering the bottom of the 5th inning. The tag from Pesta, picture perfect. Middle of 5, 5-5 your score in Kent.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
To the home half of the 5th we go. 5-5 your score as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on SmeeSports. Reed still staying in this one. Finds the zone for strike 1 as he will go up against Chappelle, Flesher, and Schmidt. 4, 5, and 6 for the Academy Wolves. Can the Wolves find their way back to a lead? Force is yet to lead in this game. Keep that in mind. It has been a great back-and-forth affair. Just, they haven't found a way to take that advantage. They've come close a couple of times. They were a play at the plate away from making it happen. But now have to get back to work defensively before they can step back in again with Mancuso, Anderson, and Schobert. Count 1 and 2 on Chappelle as he will swing and miss. 1 up, 1 down to begin the home half of the 5th inning. Reed up to 5 punch-outs on the day. Again, for those just tuning in, our final game of the day will be starting late. The question is, how late? We were on schedule, on time, up until game number 3. And that, of course, derailed us quite a bit. And it also did not help us that the umpires were 5 minutes late. Now it turns to Flesher as he will take strike 1. A single and a ground out for him so far today, as he looks to go 2 for 3 so far. Good swing down the right field line, but well foul. For Michael Reed, quick work so far, just trying to keep it that way. The quicker he gets out of this inning, the quicker his offense has another chance. And the lower his pitch count is. The 0-2 will miss high. Only has so much more room to work with. And then from there, it would have to be a call to the bullpen, just depending on how long this one goes. The 1-2, a no-doubter. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Reed. And this is the best that he has looked all day. In the bottom of the 5th inning, pitching in the 80s. That was pitch number 86. I think he still has another inning or two. Or if this is the Aiden Reynolds kind of situation where you just let him ride until he has nothing left, then he could finish, but we'll see. There is somebody warm. Whoever it is appears to be ready to go for Force. Would you make that change? That is a whole other question. The 0-1 caught on the tip. But a quick inning for Michael Reed is exactly what he was hoping to get. And he is 1 strikeout away from getting exactly that. The 0-2 line drive sent into left field. And it is going to be caught. What a play in left to end the inning. That's J.J. Pytash with the web gem. We're going to watch that one back on the replay. Laid out in everything, earning the 1-2-3 inning for his pitcher. This team is battling with everything they have. Just incredible. The grit and determination from this group. They're making play after play. To the 6th we go. Score remains 5-5 in Kent.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The call to the bullpen has been made by the Academy Wolves in the top of the 6th inning. It'll be Ben Tomac, the rising junior out of St. Ed's, getting the nod to take on Mancuso, Anderson, and Schilbert. 4 through 6 for Force. 5-5 your score. Again, Force has battled quite well in this game. The kicker, they are yet to have a lead, which they look to change that notion here in the top of the 6th. But a really good game altogether. Just coming off the back of another really good game, 11-9 in the one before this. Just goes to show how impressive the games have been today. They've seen a walk-off winner, a shock winner, and now this great back-and-forth affair. Tomax 1-0. Mancuso drives it deep to right field, still going back, and that ball is going to one-hop the fence and hop on over for a ground rule double. An excellent swing from Mario Mancuso. And the leadoff man is in scoring position for Force. Second time he has done that today. This double a lot cleaner than the first. Just got the best part of it, barreling it up towards right field. Took it Oppo, and now he turns it over to Zach Anderson. I would say going forward, this is going to be Force's best opportunity to take their first lead of the game. New pitcher, jump ahead early. If they can do so, they will be in business. Anderson, he'll get a jump. It's just off his shoulder. Maybe not what he thought when he was going to step in for a hit, but he'll get the job done, putting 2 on, none down for Zach Schobert. Speaking of hit by pitches, he got hit his last time up. He'll look to avoid that happening once again. Or, in this case, it could load up the bases, so he could be hoping for it. Tomac back to work, misses high for ball 1. Even more so, this is the best opportunity Force is going to have to take a lead in this game. You can feel this is their opportunity. And they have the firepower to make it happen. Bunt shown, but pulled back. 2-0 counts. And after Schobert, it does go to Gabanier, who does have a home run in this game. Could easily happen again, and if it does, that'll be one of the biggest swings of the day so far here in Kent. Again, the bunt is shown, and again, it's pulled back. 3-0 count. Right now, Force without having a lead and about as good of a spot as possible. Doesn't get much better than this. That won't help it. Strike 1. Tomac comes in 6'2", 150. Tops at around 81 on the mound according to PBR. Of course, we don't have the official metrics here. The 3-1, swing and a miss. From 3-0 to full, a good battle back from Tomac. Just has to take care of business to get the first outs. Then from there, he'll worry about Ryder Gabanier. But he has to focus on the man in front of him first. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, 1 down. From 3-0 to a strikeout, it's a great battle for number 2. While Force looks to be in a great spot, you can never count out the Academy Wolves defense. One of the scrappiest teams in Northeast Ohio, they find a way. It never makes sense how they do. They just find a way to make it happen. But this is going to be a tough test. First pitch, well above Gabanier. After him, it would go to Cooch, then Pytash. A lot of really good high school hitters coming up back to back to back. All guys coming off of good seasons. The 1-0, Gabanier takes strike 1. Question worth asking at this point. Where do we sit with the high school season? It's a good high school season still relevant. A month and a half-ish removed? Might not be. The 1-1, Gabanier takes it high and in. It's interesting because it's almost a full season ago now. And keep in mind, travel baseball, for the most part, it's done July 26th, which is next Sunday. The 2-1, Gabanier plays this one into center, and Flesher is there to make the catch. A nice leaping effort for Matt Flesher for out number 2. And that'll keep the runners honest at first and second. 2 massive outs for this defense. And now it turns to Gabe Cooch. Once again, 383, 29 RBIs, 9 extra base hits, including 1 home run. The other 8 doubles. This is one of the toughest spots to be in the order. And say he gets on. Say the bases are loaded, then you have to go up against J.J. Pytash, who is riding high off of a great web gem in left. It doesn't get any easier. Even if Pytash leads off the next inning. Runner from second goes, throw down to third. It's high and down the left field line. They're going to send the lead runner home. The play at the plate. It is not in time. He is safe. And for the first time today, Force will have the lead up 6-5 at the top of the 6th. They battled for it, and at long last, they earned it. Definitely a tough break for the Academy Wolves. Not the way they wanted that run to be given up. But you can't say Force didn't earn it. The way they battled today, and even that relay was quite close. But the way they battled today, they've earned that one. And now it's up to the Wolves to keep it 6-5 for now, before going back out on offense in the bottom of the inning. But I think that's a big sigh of relief for Force Ohio. The 1-1 Cooch, a deep drive to right center field. And this one is going to get down again for extra bases. There comes an insurance run. Cooch is on his way to third. The relay to third won't be in time. It's an RBI triple for Gabe Cooch. That'll make it 7-5 Force. On one play, they take the lead. On the next, they get some insurance. This team is in rhythm now. And it is hard to take out this Force Ohio Mancuso team when they have rhythm. Excellent hustle as well. That was never a guaranteed triple. Now this ball is to the backstop, and that'll bring in another. Now 8-5. It's a 3-run inning. And the bases are cleared, and it's a job well done for Force. But what a tough inning for the Wolves. In the bottom, it'll be Caraballo, Fay, and Carey. Bottom three, 7 through 9 due up. And now Force, they are 6 outs away from getting this win. The 1-0, Pytash fouls it away. Pytash 1 for 2 with a double and a fly out. Again, riding high with some momentum on a web gem. But how quickly this game has changed. The 1-1 just a bit low. That'll definitely change up the player of the game conversation. A lot of guys definitely up for it. We'll see who ends up getting it in the end. The 2-1, sharp grounder, just fouled down the right field line. So a 2-2 count. After Pytash, it would turn to Mordock, the DH. But 8-5, Force Ohio firmly in control. The 2-2, Pytash, line drive, over towards second. It's caught into the shift. A nice play by Hamker to take care of Pytash and end the inning. That is one of the big benefits of the shift, playing into the outfield. You can make plays like that. But Force, they will have the last laugh. They played 3 in the top of the 6th inning. Middle of 6 at Schoonover Stadium. It's Force Ohio for the first time today on top. 8-5 your score here on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Force looks to hold on to their 8-5 lead as we enter the home half of the 6th inning. A big turnaround, 3-run score in the top of the frame. This is Force's game now to lose. A bunt to begin the inning. Right to Reed. His throw to first. It is just in time for out number 1. A really good play to begin the inning. As still, Michael Reed looks as solid as ever. There is going to be more action in the bullpen. But he could actually be in line to do it. 91 pitches now in the day through 5 1/3. Does he have enough left in the tank? He might. It is going to be a big conversation when the time comes. You have that 3-run advantage. And for the first time, you give him an opportunity to pitch with a lead. We'll see how he options to go through this. If it's going to be more aggressive pitching or if it's going to be more contact pitching just to try and get through it. And as well, we don't know the answer, but where do you cap him at pitch-wise? How far into this game do you let him go? The 1-1 will miss low for ball 2. A couple of guys did go out there, and it looks like joining them as well, it is going to be Chase Bart. And I feel like that could just be more of arm care or an emergency closer if the game requires it. The 2-1 fly ball sent into left field, and it's going to drop. A nice one-out base hit for Owen Fay. That'll be the second time that he reaches safely today. The first time was a walk. And now it turns to Liam Carey, who is 2 for 2 so far this afternoon. And an opportunity for him to continue showing what he can do. Plenty of power behind his swing. And plenty of speed when he's on the bases. But I do think of the guys that went down there, we saw Engelhard make his way down there, and with him Mancuso. Probably Mancuso's warming up. From there, whoever goes in, if they struggle and you need an out or two, that's when Chase Bart would figure in. Odds are Chase Bart would be your championship day starter, which is Sunday. He'd have 3 days to rest, even if he just throws a few pitches. It could work if that's the way they want to play it. The 1-1 off the plate for ball 2. You just don't necessarily know how a coach wants to go about a long tournament like this. How quick is he to make that change? Up by 3, but against a really good team. The 2-1 fouled away. If Reed can at least get you through the 6th inning, you are going to be more than happy with that. From there, what happens in the 7th happens in the 7th. I feel like you're content either way. The 2-2 again fouled away. Coming up after this, it'll be a delayed start. Now looking like it'll start at around 6 o'clock today. It'll be NMC Bliss taking on Premier Ohio Budzinski. Once more the 2-2, and again it's flown foul. A good battle here from Carey as he looks to bring up Pesta at the top of the order. And as of right now, Pesta would represent the tying run. So one more time, let's do it. Here's the 2-2. And it will be the last 2-2 as it's taken for ball 3. Michael Reed now over 100 pitches on the day. That was pitch 101. So here comes 102. Full count, 3-2. The payoff, fouled back and caught in the glove of Ozinga. 2 down. 7 strikeouts now today for Michael Reed. And we go back to the top of the order with Pesta. Again, based on the setup, I think Reed will have the opportunity to get out of this inning. But I'd be surprised to see him as things stand in the 7th. But if this is it, he has been quite impressive. At the same time, if there's a walk here, I think you also make that change. It's not an easy one at all. You want to keep him in if possible, but you also have to look at that ever-growing pitch count. The 1-0 taken over towards first, but foul. And I'm sure if there is any bit of Reed that wants to stay in, he'll voice that to his coaches in between innings saying he's okay. Then from there, it's up to them to decipher if it's I'm good to go or I'm finishing this one out. The 1-1 well inside for ball 2. Again for the offense, it'll be Murdoch, Boykin, and Perkins. 10-11-1. As well, it looks like NMC has begun their warm-ups for the next game. The 2-1 wide for ball 3. Again, just based on how long this game is going, I am expecting a first pitch at around 6 o'clock. So about a half an hour behind schedule. Now 3-1. Reed that time will miss it. It's ball 4. And I think that is going to do it for him today. Time has been called by Coach Mancuso. It could also be to settle him down. That's definitely a possibility. Probably not the most likely of the outcomes, but definitely can be taken into consideration. He has pitched quite well today, but that'll do it for him. 107 pitches for Michael Reed. And his offense, at long last, in the 6th, gives him the run support that, as things stand, he will exit this game as the winning pitcher. The call to the bullpen has been made. We will find out who it is when we return to Schoonover Stadium.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It's Mario Mancuso who is warm and ready to go on the mound for Force in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-on-2 down, as it'll be Zach Hamker stepping in as well. A temperature update just to put the heat in perspective today. Currently it's 92. It feels like 101. Again, for the turf, you add on 10 to 15 degrees, and it feels most likely right now above 100 degrees. Still in the sun. There is a few shadows being casted on the field, but nothing crazy. It is still hot, and these guys have competed quite well today. Now, I'm going to go back to that middle game today, the 3rd game. Yes, I'm going to say the 20 combined runs and the sloppiness was because of the heat. I think a lot of that happened because of it. Definitely an interesting one to unpack, which we will still unpack later on. But right now, the focus is this game. The 1-0 high for ball 2. Coming up in the 7th for Force, it'll be Mordock, Boykin, and Perkins. And now the question is, where are we at in regard to the time limits? Does that become an issue? The 2-0, swing and a miss. I will say, I don't think they started the time officially. The initial meeting was done at 3:30. So we'd be at 2 hours. However, they didn't take the field till around 3:35. I wanted to say 5:35. I know it's 2 hours before. But we'll see. The 2-1, it's low for ball 3. Now, if the Wolves can draw out this inning, take a 9-8 lead, just take a knee, they probably win the game. This is where, once again, baseball becomes a clock game. At least travel ball-wise. Not overall. It's not a clock game, in my opinion. But a 3-1 count on Hamker, the second baseman, with Zepp in the on-deck circle, or his replacement, and it will be his replacement coming in with the bases loaded. Tomac will step in for Zepp. What an opportunity he has. Tying run at first. He represents the go-ahead run and potentially, again, depending on the time limit, the winning run. And I think based on that walk, it's going to happen. I don't think Force wanted it to, but Chase Bart is going to make his walk to the bullpen. I think he is going to get up and throw. I mean, if you have to bring him on, you have to. But otherwise, I don't even think for 5 pitches you want to bring him out. You want to save him as long as you can. But we'll see how this one goes. I think, especially if they score here and it's a KG 1-run game in the bottom of the inning, you have no choice. Is it ideal? No. But if you bring him on, you have to win the game. You can't bring him on and lose. As terrible as that sounds, it's the truth. The 0-1 fouled away. So whenever this inning's over, it's time for the umpires and the coaches to check their watch and have a powwow. Because when did they define the start time? Did they agree that the start time was when the meeting happened and they let Force finish warming up? If so, the game's done. If not, I think we play the 7th. Could be wrong. It's going to be close. It is definitely going to be close. But I think we would play the 7th as things stand. I still could be wrong. The 0-2 lobbed in. Not necessarily an ephus, but not too far off of it either. If runs start scoring, though, Bart will come on. Counts it at 1-2 on Tomac. Mancuso will try it again. This one's going to get away from Ozinga, but no movement on the bases. The Academy Wolves are not risking it. And Coach Mayer is right there at third. If he wanted him to go, he would. And I think they're going to make a walk down to the pen. Coach just told Bart to hurry up. This is stunning. I'd be shocked if you went to him here. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Mancuso will get out of the inning. A huge strikeout. And now let's see. Do we have time for the 7th? That's a big question. And it appears as of right now we do. So, with that said, we will head to the 7th. The Wolves are making their way out to the diamond. They have some work to do defensively. It's Force up 8-5 through 6. 1 inning left to go in our penultimate game.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The seventh and final inning of the penultimate game is here. 8-5 your score. Force Ohio on top as this pitch is fouled away. It's Mordock, Boykin, and Perkins 10-11-1. As we are playing deep into this game, I believe right now would have been the time limit. But we have a whole extra inning to play on top of it. Again, our final game of the day is more than delayed. And now I think we're looking towards a 6:15 start time. I think that's about accurate. Could be a little bit earlier, but probably right around that 6:10, 6:15 range. The 1-1 fly ball sent into right field, as this one is easily played for out number one. For the Wolves, they want to make quick work of Force's offense to give their offense one final crack at it. Down by 3, they'll need 3 to tie, 4 to win. Which definitely is possible. They had the bases loaded. Mancuso was able to step up and get the final out. But still a chance that Chase Bart does come on and try to close it out. It's a big conversation to have. If Mario Mancuso can finish out the game, then by all means, let him finish out the game. You save your ace for a later date, or one of your 2 aces. I'll say Kimmel's an ace too. I think both guys are up there. But you save him, as you were hoping to do, and not have to use him, but still get the win. A nice catch there for out number 2 by Chappelle over at first. So with 2 away, it turns to Perkins at the top. But that's best case scenario. You use 2 pitchers. Reed is probably done for the weekend just based on how many he's thrown. Mancuso can come back again. You save Bart, you save Kimmel, you save a bunch of your other good arms. You're good. And as well, he's listed. If technically you can call up Will Tober for this weekend to pitch for this Force team, that's just one more big arm that you will have available to you. He has guest played for this group before. The question is, would he do it again? And is he slated to? We'll see if they outline their plan, because I know Mancuso does like to tweet out his pitching staff in advance. And he only tweeted out today, so as you would expect. Ground ball from Perkins right to first base to end the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning. The defense holds up their end of the bargain. But one last chance for the offense to do that exactly. Chappelle, Flesher, Schmidt, 4 through 6 coming up. Last chance for the Wolves, down by 3 in the bottom of the 7th.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
In the end, Coach Mancuso had to make the tough call and does bring on Chase Bart to close it out in the bottom of the 7th for Force, as he will take on 4 through 6 of the Academy Wolves lineup. It was always going to be a tough move to bring him out, as he is one of your main starters. An inning here won't hurt his longevity in this tournament, but it could impact a starter too. It just depends on how long he has to go. And I'm sure the Wolves want to draw out this inning as long as they can to try and take something away from this game at the last minutes. Bart's first pitch will miss high for ball 1, but you can just see the urgency last inning. This coaching staff wanted him warm, and they wanted him to be warm quickly. They were wasting no time and taking no chances after fighting back in this game. The 1-0 will miss off the plate for ball 2. Again, coming up, stick with us, our final game. It is Premier Ohio Budzinski taking on NMC Bliss. The 2-0 popped up and out of play. That game now looking more like a 6:15 start time. So about 45 minutes delayed, maybe a little bit less, just depending on how long or how quick this half inning goes, as this will be the last half inning of the game. Bart's 2-1 runs inside for ball 3. Right now, Chase needs to settle in, take a deep breath, and find the zone. Now the 3-1, as that time he'll find the zone. Chappelle thought it was ball 4. He's told not so fast. Count now full, as Bart looks for his first strikeout of the game. Full count, 3-2 on the first baseman. Here's the payoff pitch, and they will appeal. But the appeal falls on deaf ears. It's ball 4. A leadoff walk for James Chappelle. A hard-earned walk as well. But Chase Bart comes in, 5'10", 190. The now graduate of Padua Franciscan is on his way to, I should know the address, 72 Clark Street? He's heading to Mount Union. I should know the address. I really should. Don't know the official one offhand. I think it's, or is it technically state? I think there's 2 different addresses. I think I gave myself a trick question. Again, he's heading to Mount Union, so welcome to the Purple Raider family, Chase Bart. The 0-1 there as well. And a former PO and Chase Mayer is the coach of this other team. So an interesting spot for Bart, as over his back shoulder is a former PO, just like he will be in a few months. His 0-2, Flasher gets jammed up. It's a high pop-up going over towards second. In the sun, it's caught for out number 1. It's a nice snag for Kyle Anello, who entered the game a little while back. As well, make sure you stick with us after our final commercial break, as we will announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. And again, I have no clue where I am going with that. It'll probably just be a guess, because a lot of guys did a lot of good things today for Force. They kind of took control of the end, but it's not like somebody drove in the go-ahead run. It was scored on a throwdown that went wild down the left field line. Where do we go with it? It remains yet to be seen. Bart's 0-1, perfect as well. And pitching-wise, I mean, Reed gave up 5 runs. I don't know if you give it to him either. We'll figure it out during our commercial break. We'll have somebody listed by that point, hopefully. No guarantees, but we should. Count 0-2 on Schmidt, the shortstop. Swing and a miss. It'll be a drop third strike. And the runner is off to second base. First was occupied. Bart will get the strikeout, but the Wolves will get the base. Still, 1 out to play with. Bart is 1 out away from coming in and getting this save. Last line of offense turns to Phoenix Caraballo, the right fielder. And actually, no, it's going to be a replacement here. That'll be Underation, the rising junior out of St. Ed's, coming in. And the first pitch he sees, a no-doubt strike on the corner. 0-1 the count. Underation, 6'4", 180 in stature out of St. Ed's. Looking to extend this game a little bit longer. Bart's 0-1. Did he go? They're going to appeal. I don't think he did. And the field umpire agrees. This game has gone for just over 2 hours, around 2 hours and 10 minutes in. A great battle with 13 combined runs. The 1-1 swung on and missed. 5 runs in the first game combined, 12 in the second. Since then, 20 and 13. All but one game has had double-digit runs combined. And that game was still an impressive watch. Bart's 1-2, swing and a miss, he'll get it done. 2 strikeouts and a save. Not too shabby for Chase Bart as Force Mancuso takes down the Academy Wolves 8-5. When we return, we will announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Schoonover Stadium, 8-5 your final. Force Mancuso takes down the Academy Wolves. Your player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. It was a tough one. On one end, you can go with pitching and Michael Reed. On another, defense with J.J. Pytash. But in the end, some pizzazz was needed to close out this win for Force Ohio. They needed one final big hit after they took the lead to really solidify their place in this game. And that came in the form of an RBI triple from the player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center in Gabe Cooch. Delivered a missile, drove in some insurance, and with that in mind, it was smooth sailing from then forward for Force Mancuso as they get their 13th win of the season. Time to flip on over to our final game link of the day. NMC Bliss, Premier Budzinga coming up. It'll be a fun game. Budzinski, a really good coach. We'll talk more about him and this Bliss team. There's 2 of them. A good combination of the coaching staff as they look to lead their NMC team to victory against a solid team who already has played today. But this is Nathan Smee signing off from Schoonover Stadium in Kent for now, as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on SmeeSports.